last year as well.
Braverman, 34 years old, also from California. She is at the top of your screen in the white with the pickleball in her hand.
002. Point.
Ball just a little bit wide there from Valdes. Watch for Oncins to hit heavy stream of third shot drives as well.
Point.
Not the start that Pailet and Valdes want right there, with a couple of quick unforced errors.
Right back through the middle off of the paddle of Valdes. That'll help calm the nerves a little bit. So we take a look at Eric Oncins, the 22-year-old out of Claremont, Florida. And for Oncins, pickleball is all in the family. AJ McCord joins us now with more.
021.
He is, and I was talking with his dad, Jaime Oncins, who is a fantastic pickleball player in his own right. Before that, though, a really good tennis player, played for Brazil in the Olympics, multiple U.S. Opens as well. And I was talking with Jaime about the advice that he gave his son Eric coming into this tournament, and he reminded him, hey, you have practiced so much. When you get here to CC1 and in a tournament, it's all about just relaxing and having fun, almost essentially just learning to trust that practice and playing with some confidence here on championship court. But the funny thing is, if anybody has ever been coached by their dad, you know there's typically a journey to get to the point where you're willing to take that advice. Jaime telling me he and Eric went through that as well when they were playing tennis, and it finally took a conversation where Jaime looked at Eric and he said, look, when I am in your corner as the coach and you are on the court, that's it. I am your coach, you are the athlete. But as soon as we get off the court, it's father-son again. We don't talk about tennis, and that rule has translated to pickleball, and it's gotten to the point where now Jaime and Eric are really in a great rhythm with the coaching that they get, and then also leaving that on the court so they can go back to being the father and son when the match is over.
Thanks, AJ. It takes a ton of maturity to be able to make that distinction as that sails long off the paddle of Valdes, side out.
Nice little speed up there from Braverman to reach in, using her length to her advantage.
2-2-1. Fault. Paddle head above the wrist upon contact. Second server.
Fault called on Braverman.
Brett Hutless not afraid to call that
2-2-2.
service fault right there.
Oh.
Little miss hit.
Yeah, Valdes looks down, looks at her paddle. That came off completely wrong.
2-2-2.
Pushes it just wide of the line, does Pailet.
Yeah, that's a good ball there from Braverman to go behind Pailet as well. He was hanging out in the middle of the court, looking to be aggressive.
Oncins puts it away through the middle.
Well, again, the speed up here from Pailet, a little premature. Oncins all over, and he turns it into a counter. And then finally with the put away.
Oncins, Braverman up by 3 here in game number 1 of our second quarterfinal of the afternoon. Braverman trying to slide it down the line, shoots it long.
Well, you're seeing both Braverman and Oncins. Whoever is hitting the third, the other is crashing very hard. They're literally baseline to kitchen line separation between the two of them on the crash.
Good ball there from Pailet. Little miscommunication in the middle there. Pailet trying to will that ball over with the body.
3-5-2.
3-5-2. And lands well in.
I don't think Valdes saw it off the paddle because she got frozen like a deer in headlights right there.
5-3-1.
I'd have loved to see her come over and poach that.
there from Oncins.
But just the flexibility and the reach there from Oncins. You saw how extended he was. That ball was below the net, was able to really use the wrist and forearm strength to hit that with heavy topspin.
Popped it up, put it right at the feet of Braverman.
Braverman curling up, standing in a fetal position right there. She did not want any part of that overhead from Pailet.
Second service.
Right into the body.
Side out.
Good spot there from Pailet. This time going toward that left hip, recognizing that Oncins was going to be crashing hard. Not able to stop, takes that one off the body.
Pailet and Valdes took down the top seed, Rob Nunnery, Susanna Barr, 8 and 6 in the round of 16.
Oh, Pailet sells it with the body like he is going to speed this ball up and then just softly places it at Braverman, and she was kind of off guard on what was coming.
Off the net. Braverman says, I tried to hit it.
As she
did
was.
my best.
If that ball doesn't clip the net cord, that is a very tough ball there from Pailet, going right into that right hip of Braverman. Just a little unfortunate with the net cord and missing that ball deep. And Valdes just overhits that one as well and pushes it deep. So Valdes and Pailet, a couple of opportunities right there, and just a little too much net cord.
6-4-1.
Second service.
Well, safe to say that Braverman left just a little early there on that crash. Valdes recognizing it, doesn't have to do much, just angles that ball cross court.
Pailet, just an easy ball right there, but he almost juked himself out right there because he tried to sell it again with the body and then changes his mind last second.
Winner from Oncins.
Well, he reads this perfectly because he does not go until after Valdes hits the ball. So he really holds this as long as he could. Valdes hits it and then he goes. If he sells it too early, she's going to go past him.
Chad, for your counter, that's just the first.
Yeah.
Another point as the pickup lands in the net.
Ball coming to.
I was just trying to help.
I know, I appreciate it.
9-4-2, 1 minute.
In the condescending way.
Pailet and Valdes call a timeout as they find themselves trailing by 5 here in game number 2. UTR has unveiled the official pickleball rating system of USA Pickleball and the APP. Get your rating today at utrsports.net. That's a great way for players, not just the pros, to see where they stack up, get that UTR rating. I won't tell you what mine is. It's very, very low. And the very little that I played, but still, that just means it's available to everyone.
We don't have ratings. What's our rating?
I didn't know.
Well, you know what, Doran? All I can say is it's only up from
I was just going to say that.
When you start in the basement, you can only go up.
The bar is on the floor. We're just stepping over it.
That's right. Right there.
As we get set to get back to action here on Championship Court, coming out of the timeout, Jill Braverman, Eric Oncins on top, 9-4-2.
Oh, Braverman tries to go lefty in the middle, and she was almost shocked that she was able to get a good battle on it.
Well, I think she was anticipating that Oncins was going to come a little bit further back in the middle there as well, so she didn't take that step over.
Nice spot there from Oncins, going back behind Valdes.
Again, Oncins using his reach as he takes those last two balls out of the air and then creates some space.
Listen, there's a lot of wingspan between Oncins and Braverman along that kitchen line.
4-9-2.
Ooh, how do you keep that off the body? Yeah.
Did that ball hit you in the chest?
This is a situation you're almost like, hey, just lift your shirt up for me real quick and let me see if you've got a mark.
Yeah. It was shielded from our perspective. We are behind.
It didn't sound like the
Valdes.
paddle, though. Either way, I was watching Oncins and he juked a little movement. Takes him into that speed up. Oh, she got it back. Oh,
oh, he tracked it down.
Oh, no.
Eric, get back.
No.
Point.
Missed the easiest one of the whole point. What an effort, though, on both sides.
Pailet actually lost his hat on the wrong side of the court after he got and ran down that ball. Great job. If Valdes gets this last one back.
10-4-1. A recall score.
Braverman was fist pumping in the middle.
That's what you can do when you have game point, as Pailet and Braverman do now.
Oncins.
Thank you.
Oh, he hit his elbow. Doesn't matter.
Matter.
Hey, Pailet came to play.
That's right.
Get your money's worth. It is still game point, as it'll be 10-4-2.
Okay, so here's the difference. You got to change it now. At the end of game one and into game two is Valdes and Pailet. If they're going to return to Oncins, he's driven every single third. They need to counter the ball. They're blocking everything. So it's allowing them, it's allowing Oncins and Braverman to get back in the point up at the kitchen line. They need to counter that ball. They know it's coming, sit on it, and counter it and do something with it.
A couple of big forehands by Pailet go by the wayside as that sails wide. 5-10-2.
5-10-2.
What a battle. It's won by Oncins.
Nice hand exchange there from Oncins and Pailet. I'm surprised that we didn't stop the point right there after a bottle blew onto the court off the tables up there in VIP. But kept it going.
10-5.
Take a look there. Last ball from Oncins going right at that right shoulder of Pailet.
Great combination. Braverman setting up Oncins for the backhand flick winner as they take game number one, 11-5. We'll be back here on Championship Court. Don't go anywhere. Still plenty more from the Owl APP Newport Beach Open.
Pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle, and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology.
From today, Greg Gerstner will finally land the perfect cannonball. Unsuspecting friends? Check. Epic water displacement? Big check. A work of art that's only possible because Greg is already meeting all these same people at AARP volunteer and community events.
Fulfill is a protein bar, not a candy bar. Don't let its creamy, chocolatey goodness confuse you, or the fact that you hide them from anyone with a sweet tooth.
You saw nothing.
I saw nothing.
Fulfill. We swear it's a protein bar.
The APP is sponsored by LS, official on-court apparel of the APP Tour. C&D Nets, the highest quality nets made in the USA. And Tervis, the original insulated tumbler.
Welcome back to Championship Court. Crowd filling in here along the sides at the Tennis and Pickleball Club of Newport Beach as Jill Braverman and Eric Oncins, the 11 seed, took game number 1 11-5 over the qualifiers, Eric Pailet and Rihanna Valdes. The winner of this match will advance to face Will Howes and Bobby Oshiro, who dispatched Simone Jargin and Jack Foster 7-3 in our first quarterfinal of the afternoon.
0-0-2.
0-0-2, Valdes to serve.
Braverman swung at it twice. I think she thought that Oncins was going to come over and step over and take that last ball.
Valdes and Pailet able to get on the board first. Much better start in game 2 than game 1.
Side out.
That was on me.
That's definitely on you, but again, Pailet is driving too many thirds. It's just not working for them on the drive of the thirds. They need to get to the kitchen line.
Yeah,
that's a better backhand flick.
Yeah, well, there's hesitation there from Oncins on how aggressive he was going to be with that flick. He, at the end, just decided to reach in and give it an easy flick, and Valdes was sitting all over that counter.
Oncins can't make the pickup, a quick side out.
Well, he's looking, he's in transition, he's playing the ball about shoulder height. He looks back going, is that ball going out?
1-0-1.
The middle has been open for the first few points.
Where was she on that one?
She's up at the kitchen line rather than 2 feet back behind like we saw in game 1. Able to take a couple more balls out of the air, do a little bit more with it rather than letting it bounce.
That goes long. Is Valdes getting to the kitchen line because she's moving better or because of something that Oncins and Braverman are doing?
Well, no, she was just, I saw her in her last match, she was sitting about 3 feet behind the kitchen line. It's almost like it's a safety valve for her where she doesn't want to get lit up, so she's taking a step back. But when she gets to the kitchen line like she is right now, much better, much more pressure on her dinks.
And another winner off the paddle of Valdes.
Yeah, 3 for 3 right there. It's almost like she baited Oncins into that speed up there where he's reaching in and flicking up at it.
3-0-2.
Number 2.
Yeah, and those are good balls there from Braverman and Dom. Also watching the movement of Valdes. We both saw at the end of game 1 where she pulled up a little lane going for that ball in the middle there. Braverman moving her in and out. not able to catch up to it. So it might be something to watch there as far as strategy-wise from Braverman, putting Valdes to work a little bit more in that cross-court dink.
Seeing right there, they countered the Braverman drive. So now let's see if they do it. Same thing with Oncins, because as we pointed out at the end of game 1,
1-3-2.
Oncins is hitting every third shot as a drive. They need to sit on it, counter it, and put pressure on it.
Number 3.
Point.
Well, and that's the difficulty with Oncins as far as, Valdes is still going down the line there about 3 feet inside the baseline. But Oncins can literally take one step from the center tee and still be able to earn it.
Great hands by Braverman as Jilly B gets it done.
It was an Oncins right hip and Braverman left hip.
3-3-2.
Neither of them looked pretty, but somehow they both came back.
Oh,
he sent it back.
It was going to probably go out, but Oncins tries to go behind the back and try and reset that. It ends up clipping off of his paddle.
He was also the one that said out.
Yeah.
Point.
That's a good spot there from Rihanna Valdes as she gets Oncins just creeping over, sliding over to his left just enough. That ball goes off the edge guard.
Audible breaks from Oncins. It goes back through the middle as the lead is 2 for Pailet and Valdes.
Oncins right there almost got a flat tire as he's going through transition area in the stop. He almost goes down.
5-3-1.
Regains his balance, but the hole in the middle too big.
That's where Valdes is, again, she's a couple of feet back from the baseline. A good speed up there, from the kitchen line. A good speed up there from Oncins going cross body. She just doesn't have enough power to counter from there.
It's just not the right speed up there from Valdes. At her shins, right up to the forehand of Oncins.
Braverman and Oncins took game 1, 11-5.
3-5-1.
Trailing 3-5-1 here in game number 2.
Point.
Again, it starts with Valdes just kind of, I'm just going to block this back. When she knows it's coming, she's got a two-hander, sit on it and counter it and put more pressure. That was a little better on it. Now they're in control.
Again, Braverman showing off the hands and an audible let's go from Jill Braverman.
Excellent sequence, excellent spots. A good counters there from Braverman. You saw her hitting that X pattern where she's going left hip, right hip on Pailet, and then she goes left hip on, I should say, left hip on Valdes there to finish the point. No two balls were into the same spot, so it's very difficult to get a read on that.
Any opponent should know that when Jill Braverman starts getting verbally excited, it could be a long afternoon. She is a player that feeds off of that energy, as she and Oncins have tied it at 5-all here in game number 2. What do Valdes and Pailet need to do to counteract the energy that Braverman and Oncins seem to have found in the last few points?
Again, we talk about it and you just hit it. Counter. They need to counteract the drives from Oncins, just kind of being very flat with the blocks. And what it does is Oncins just driving the third. He's dropping the fifth. He's just getting a closer ball that he can drop in so they can get to the kitchen line. They're just not doing anything with his third. They need to do something with it and put more pressure on.
5-5-1.
5-5-1 Oncins on serve.
Point.
Valdes pulling it into the net as Oncins and Braverman take their first lead of game number 2.
Well, that's the movement and the
6-5-1.
scariness of that Ernie from Oncins, where he forces Valdes to be a little bit finer with that ball down the line.
Second server.
Braverman says, I'm here, as she was backing up Oncins, caught it off the edge guard.
6-5-2.
It's not the right spot or right time there to try and flip this lob up and over. Braverman every bit of 5'11", 6 foot. Oncins the same. It just wasn't a good enough lob to get up and over the top.
That scramble drill. Oncins put the Ernie right on the paddle of Pailet.
Yeah, just wrong spot there from Oncins on that early. Perfect move, good timing, but he takes it back cross court, so it gives Pailet a little bit more time to counter.
Second server.
Got what he wanted, but mishit it off the bounce.
Yeah, head Oncins deep in the service box, not up at the kitchen.
5-7-2.
5-7-2.
He overruns the forehand.
Point.
He's like, but my face was in the way. Oncins trying to save his face there. Gets a paddle on it, even though Braverman telling him he's going, that ball's going well out. It probably was.
6-7-2.
Puts it away for the winner.
Well, it was Braverman changing the pattern up, right? They got into a pattern, her and Valdes. She changes it up, and what that does is that involves Oncins here as he steps over in the middle and is able to finish.
Point.
There's also the anticipation there from Braverman on that speed up from Pailet. You saw as soon as she went down the line, she then slid to the right and set that two-hand backhand. Oh, lefty Ernie.
A missed return and a lefty Ernie from Braverman make it 9-6.
Well, what you're seeing right here, too, is Pailet's overplaying. So watch that right there. He overplays. He gets burned backside, and now it's just utter chaos right there. He's got to trust Valdes to play that ball. He didn't do anything with that dink, right? And so just trust your partner to get that ball back. And that's what you see a lot sometimes, or you see sometimes with men in mixed doubles, is they take that ball away from the female and they don't do anything with it. If you're going to take it, do something with it.
Jill Braverman and Eric Oncins have been impressive here in this second quarterfinal in their first tournament as a duo, and it's been Braverman's hands that have been a difference maker as we take a look at the Zimmer Biomet recovery moment of the match. And no surprise, it was one off of the paddle of Braverman.
Yeah, again, they've just played so good. They've played great defense, but have turned that defense into offense. And again, a nice elongated point here for Braverman and Oncins, but it was Braverman again, changing the direction, changing where the ball goes, and then again the Dikembe Mutombo finger wag there from Braverman on the attempted lob. No good. Braverman puts it away with the big overhead, and they are in control, back in control here in game number 2.
And 2 points away from taking the match and advancing into the semifinal, where they would face Will Howells and Bobby Oshiro as they lead 9-6-1 here in game number 2 after taking game 1 11-5.
9-6-1.
Braverman pops it up. That time can't make the dig.
Yeah, just a little bit of a relaxed block there from Braverman. She was straight leg, standing up tall in the transition there.
Nice combination as Braverman puts it away. It brings up match point.
Yeah, nice backhand flick there for Oncins.
10-6-2. Point.
Pailet can't make the pickup. It's in the net. Braverman and Oncins will advance to the semifinal. They take game 2 11-6, and they take it in straight games. Don't go anywhere. We will hear from our winners when we come back here on Championship Court. It's the Owl APP Newport Beach Open.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play.
You're just another senior.
That is the 3rd health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's best eggs. They're just so delicious. With better nutrition, too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's best.
Braverman and Oncins got down a little bit in game 2, but answer and come out on top and take this match to punch their ticket to the semifinal.
Yeah, a good answer there from Oncins and Braverman. You see the Ernie, left-hand Ernie there from Braverman, but again, it was their ability to reach in, take the ball out of the air, put the pressure on. They're going to be a difficult team in the semifinal. And we'll see how they go, but we're going to throw it down to AJ McCord with our Franklin post-match interview.
Not a bad way to start this partnership. You guys playing together for the first time today. How did you find that chemistry so quickly between you and Jill?
Honestly, we came out there this morning and we were playing, and we let a lot of balls through the middle, like me and you. And then eventually throughout the day, like the matches and the points going through, we started figuring out like which balls for me to take, which balls for her to take. And then it's just been going well right now. This match actually was the first one that we executed well. There was like not so much like communication, like mistakes. But yeah, now it's just all the way up from now.
So, Jill, we always talk about how critical communication is when playing in a partnership. You guys have had to learn it very quickly today. How have you done that?
listening to our coaches. Eric has an amazing pickleball playing father, Jamie Oncins, my coach, Scott Crandall, who's been kind of on the sidelines, both of them all day, telling us exactly what to do, and we're just trying to listen.
Well, it worked out so far. We'll see you in the next round.
Thank you. Thank you.